Good afternoon. So today is the last day of school before Christmas. We have 2 days, and then we have a whole bunch of days off till the end of the year. Okay, so I'm going to read you a story called The Last Christmas Tree. Which maybe you have a Christmas tree at your house, but this is about a real tree left and what happens to it. Almost exactly a month before Christmas, the trees arrived for the holiday. On the day before, the lot had been empty. So these are real Christmas trees. Now it was full to bursting. The difference was almost like magic. There was balsam firs, spruces, and pines all lined up neatly at a slight tilt. So you could pick which one you wanted. In the middle of the row, wedged between two bushier companions, one particular tree trembled with excitement. It was not very tall and, in truth, a bit hunched over. Not to mention the branches were missing here and there. Probably this one right here. Still, no tree was more filled with the spirit of the season. Surely everyone would see that at once. The little tree could hardly wait to get picked. What a moment that would be! It imagined itself covered with lights and ornaments, with presents tucked in snugly underneath. Does that really look like a Christmas tree you would want? The other trees didn't seem to care about who picked them or how long it took, but the little tree kept its hopes high. If someone special, someone who was excited about Christmas, as it was. As the days passed, the trees were sold one by one. A few people made up their minds in an instant. They knew what they wanted, and that was that. Others went back and forth for what seemed like hours, and sometimes it was. One family pulled out a little tree for a closer look, but they were laughing meanly and shaking their heads the whole time. The little tree was secretly glad when they left it behind. That wasn't very nice. As the time went on, the remaining trees were spread out to better show themselves off. No longer hemmed in, the little tree tried to stand up as straight and puff itself up as much as possible. But nobody seemed to notice. The lot got emptier and emptier. The few unsold trees found their prices marked down again and again and again. On Christmas Eve, the little tree looked to the left and looked to the right. It was all alone. A sign was hung on it with big letters, "Free." It wasn't an ornament, not really, but the tree chose to think otherwise. So they're trying to give it away. The night was cold and clear, and the little tree got rather sleepy. Just before dawn, it thought it heard a jingling sound, but it was hard to be sure. What could it be on Christmas Eve? The next thing the tree knew, it was gently picked up and placed in an empty sack. This wasn't what the tree had expected at all. Who picked it up? Then the earth fell away far below. The other trees were covered in all of their finery. The little tree had no idea where it was going or how long the journey would be. I think it's in Santa's sleigh. But when it arrived at last, the little Christmas tree was finally home. So it got the most special place of all. It got to be with Santa. So that's pretty cool. I hope that you all have a great Christmas, and I will see you in the new year.